Hey guys, so apparently I'm live now. Sorry for the hair. Just came home. Um, Watched Metallica's 40th anniversary, and it was just beyond epic. I it's so hard to describe how that experience was. Um, I I did follow Atraxia. That's on YouTube as well. He updated every song as the set list went on. So um, I was on top of that the whole time. This is also my first live, so sorry if things aren't as usual as they are for others. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of go through the track list or the set list. And it was awesome. They opened with "Hit the Lights," which I think is the most appropriate song for them to go over. That's track one off "Kill 'Em All," and it's just that's good representation of the starting point. Uh, and then going off of Atraxia's set list, and again, if I mess this up, it's not on Atraxia. I've been following them for a while. Great channel for Metallica stuff. Big fan. Big fan. Um, I don't know how well that sounds going, but I got Fixer going in the background. But they opened with "Hit the Lights" as they should have, and then track two, song two of the set list was "Trapped Under Ice," which is fucking trapped under ice, man. Um, it's one of those hidden gems on Ride the Lightning. Afterwards, they went to Sanitarium or Welcome Home Sanitarium, depending on how you say that, which is like the top three ballads. The track four is for Metallica. Um, oh god, this show was so amazing. I was surprised to see that Orion came so early in the set list. Um, I personally I am torn between Orion and Call of Cthulhu for Metallica instrumentals. They're both just phenomenal. Um, Call of Cthulhu, it feels like you're going on a journey against some creature that just shouldn't exist in the realm in which you live in. But Orion is very, it's just a masterpiece. It's just, I don't know. Orion's just, it's, I don't know how to describe Orion. It's amazing. It's the best. It's, you know, hopefully someone can help me out here. Orion's just the best instrumental. And then they followed Orion with the Shorter Straw, which is personally one of my favorites off of Injustice for All. Um, Always love that song. And and they went to one right afterwards, which one's going to be in the set list. Metallica has their top 40. My player doesn't have auto stop. Um, you know, we all know that they're going to have certain songs in their set list, and one is definitely one of them. Um, Puppets is going to be on the next show. Fuel, Memory Remains, Enter Sandman. That's all show two. That's the B side. That's the second set. Um, Good performance of one. My buddy that actually stayed up with me because it's pushing 3 o'clock in the morning now. He uh he pushed through and hung out with me for this. So that's one is his favorite Metallica song. Um, so he was super pumped to see that one played. Sad but True was the next one. Good song. Kind of Inner Sandman. A little tired of hearing it, but they played it a little faster, and it was really good. Nothing else matters. That should follow something off their first song off the Black Album. So it's just I like the thrashier, longer songs earlier set of the albums. But here's where the first surprise came in that they played King Nothing, which again, my it's my buddy's other favorite song. Um, I heard King Nothing. I was like, oh, this is cool. But when it came out, it was after Until It Sleeps, which is kind of where I like actively got into Metallica, which is during the Load era, and I apologize to everyone for that. But King Nothing was a really solid, stout follow up to Until It Sleeps, which is my buddy's other, favorite Metallica song. So he's over there just, rocking out and jamming and having a good time, which is, awesome for me because I get to see my buddy enjoy what I enjoy. So that's awesome. Um, and I think they played it at a little faster tempo than they usually do, which it made it real rocking. It was really good. Um, and okay, the next song, guys, this is where all hell broke loose. At least where I was, for me personally. Um, okay, before I get into that, so I was at Pon's mom's house, which only mildly rhymes, and our friends were over, and I am the biggest Metallica fan of our group of friends. My buddy, he's a Metallica fan, but it's not his number one like it is my number one. So he didn't he didn't quite understand the magnitude of what happens next. Um, there's really no words to describe what happens next. I follow a couple people on YouTube actively for Metallica information. Um, Atraxia is one of them. Metallic Geek, another, and that's hosted by. I'm gonna fuck this up. Andrew Valensky. The oh, god damn it, the High Friends guy. He's, I believe, Ukraine is where he's from. If I get that wrong, I'm sorry. But those are my solid Metallica information, Metallica facts. And they put out a kind of mock set list, and they had Fixer on there. The Fixer is probably one of my top five, top 10 favorite Metallica songs. And he had posted something on it in the community tab. I was like, dude, there's no way. Like, they've played some Fixer jams before. It was cool, but there's no way that they could play the whole song. Guys, they fucking did. They played Fixer in its entirety, and I lost my whole mind. Um, it was such an experience. When you got a band as big as Metallica and they perform a song for the first time after 40 years of doing this, um, it's a huge thing. And it Fixer's one of the like top, I don't know, 5, 10 most shit on songs by Metallica. I love Fixer. Fixer's a great jam. It's real groovy, it's real fun, but you know, they get a lot of hate for it, and I love it. It's awesome. It's real experimental. Um, it was just to be able to see that played live for the first time. You're not going to forget that. Um, kind of kind of like they did for Escape on their the hell was it? Red Lightning's 20th anniversary, I think. I went back and checked that out, and that was real cool. So, yeah, Fixer was badass. Like, they actually played it, and it was killer. They did a great job. So after Fixer, they followed up with Bread Fan, which was cool. They needed to bring some Garage Inc. into there. Um, I know they played Bread Fan a lot on other shows, so it was a good kind of homage to when they played it a lot actively, I guess. So that was fun. After that was No Leaf Clover, which it was cool to hear them play that song without the orchestra or symphony. What I was real happy with was that there was no backing track. There was no digital extra stuff behind it. You got to hear that song performed just as that song on Metallica side of it, and not the symphonies. So that was cool. Um, After that, they played Frantic. I knew Saint Anger was showing it. There's poking a little ass in there somewhere. Um, which I was kind of surprised that it was Frantic because they've played Frantic before. Um, and there was like the 30th, they played a lot of a good handful of songs before that they didn't play before live. I know they did To Live Is To Die, which was cool, which was very emotional, and like I still feel uneasy listening to it performed that way, watching them play. Um, so I was kind of surprised that they chose Frantic, but I know this is the first show, so maybe that's a kind of a teaser for what we'll hear on Sunday. Maybe they'll play. I would like for them to play Purify, but I don't know. Maybe it's an instrumental. Um, just it was kind of surprising for Frantic to be the one that they chose, just because there's so many things off of Saint Anger that they haven't played, and I'm real bittersweet to Saint Anger and kind of against Saint Anger. I like Saint Anger, but I hate Saint Anger at the same time. So, all right. So before we move on, this is my first live stream. I am 16 minutes in. Um, it's kind of weird to be talking to myself. So, we're gonna play with some buttons and see what this is about. Okay, so I got a poll button. I don't want to do a poll. Actually, you know what? I do want to do a poll. So we'll give this a shot and see how this works for the very small handful of people that are here listening to me ramble in front of my computer like a madman. Um, okay, we'll make this kind of weird. I've never done a poll before. Never asked my community. So, I know that there's a way to add people to this so that they can jump on here and do things as well. I have no idea how to do that. So if you do and want to come on and talk about this show, please do type something, because otherwise I am just in the art room talking to myself. That's not the button I want. Okay. All right. So if you're just showing up to this thing, we're going over Metallica's 40th anniversary show, which is fucking killer. I got Load in the background because they played Fixer, one of my favorite Metallica songs. It's in like the low top tens, just because there's so many other great ones. All right, so after Frantic, they played The Day That Never Comes, which is like one of the best songs off Death Magnetic. It's not the best, but it holds a special spot in my heart. It's kind of like if One and Sanitarium merged together and had a baby. It's this song. They touch on some war and combat stuff, but it still has the very light melodic and then the super heavy and I just punched you in the face at the end of it that both one and Sanitarium have. It's a super awesome song. They did it on SNM 2, which the symphony really added to the awesomeness of that song. Um, yeah, it's just a good, super good track. And then they ended it with "Spit Out the Bone," and is it the best song off Hardwired? Probably, depending on how you look at it. It's definitely the best going back to the roots and the Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Thrash era. Um, I gotta say for Hardwired, um, my favorite song is Hardwired. The opening track. It's very get up and go, and we're doing this. It's time to activate. Like shit's happening. Um, Spit Out the Bone's a good closer. But I feel like it's a carbon copy to what Master of Puppets is. So like it's a real good end of the set list. Not really the best song off that album though. So someone please type something and let me know what you think. Um and again, I've never done a live broadcast thing before. I'm still real new to YouTube, the vinyl community. Um, I just started doing this stuff with Pawns. It was a fun thing to do. I ordered a little 7-inch LP, actually off the 30th anniversary. Let me see if I can find this thing. It's somewhere down here. Right up here. Right where I left it. So this is it. Sweet little 7-inch. Fucking always upside down. Every time I show it. So this covers So What, which has Animal from the Anti Nowhere League, and side B has Through the Never on it from their 30th anniversary, which is really cool. I kind of perused it on YouTube. It was real cool because it had like Newstead and McCovney was there, Mustaine was there. There's more people, and I can't remember all the names, but it was real cool. But I found this online through one of those kind of buy and sell apps. So I was like, oh, this is neat. I'll pick this up. So I got it. Sounds awesome. It was real neat to hear So What played by Metallica but not sung by James, which was really neat. And then they played Through the Never, which is one of my favorite tracks off the Black album. Um, I like the Black album, but fuck, I'm just tired of hearing it. Um, not the whole album, specifically just Enter Sandman and nothing else matters. So, all right. So I got a small handful of people that are actually watching my face talk about this show, which is super awesome. I appreciate you guys showing up and listening to me talk about this. Um, if you don't follow my channel, hit all the buttons, subscribe and shit. Um, Pond and we open up records, check things out. I got a small list left to still be opened. Hopefully we can get those knocked out before the year's over. Um, I don't know who who here that actively watches what we do that are parents. But when you have a 7-year old, um, like you're in charge as a parent, but you're not ultimately in charge. So I like to pretend that I run my household, but when the glitter unicorn shows up, I have to accept it. So um yeah, so she's not, super active and like, hey, let's go make a video and super pumped about it as much as I am. But she definitely wants to open a few things. Um a couple are colored, a couple are just plain black, which she enjoys doing, but there is some disappointment in it because again, she's 7 and she likes pretty things that are colored and fun. Um yeah, I don't really know what to do next, guys. I'm sorry. Somebody type something if you can. Um, Tell me what you thought about the show. Metallica's 40th. It was super cool, really epic. Um, they played Fixer for the first time in its entirety, which just blew my mind. Frantic had like the little mini baby solo, which I like that Kirk tries to throw those in there because he really got the dirty end of the stick during Sand Anger, which sorry, is one of the albums that we have to unbox. I've had it for a couple months now, probably pushing 6 actually, and we still have to unbox it. I'm not super looking forward to it, but it needs to happen. I I kind of want to sit Pond down and make her listen to the whole album and kind of get audibly assaulted by a trash can lid for say about an hour, just because that's what Saint Anger is. Um, Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Back at it. Okay. So I hit this little poll button, trying to figure out what your favorite song played tonight was. And my two favorites were Orion and Fixer. um, and at this point, almost 31 minutes in, we're at 50 and 50. So, uh, drop some chat stuff, drop something, you know, I'm real new to this whole YouTube thing, so please forgive me on mistakes or not normal things that most people do on here. Okay, so I've been on a couple live screens, and they do this really cool trick where they have what people type come up on the screen. I'm going to give this a shot. If I mess it up, I'm sorry. See what this button does. Nope. Okay, so all right. I'm sorry. I'm going to mess up your name. Akshay C3 CSTS. He asked what my favorite song was by Metallica. Uh, man, that depends on the day. Depending on what day I'm having, what's going on. Okay, that button didn't come. So, favorite Metallica song? I don't know, man. There's so many. Um, oh, Leper Messiah is a super good song. Pretty much, shit. The problem with that is there's going through the Metallica discography, and I probably didn't say that right, but I kind of judge everything based on bass players. So you got the Cliff era, the Jason era, and Rob, which Rob's a good dude, but he's kind of just a stand-in for everything they've done before. Great bass player. So tell you what, we'll do it this way. I got a video I did with Pond. I think it was our second one, and it was the top 25 Metallica songs. And I broke it down by my top 1 and 2 favorite songs off each album. And then I did just 5 personal favorites that I can listen to any day. Kind of my own top 5s specific to me. Oh, damn. Y'all are actually in San Francisco, Chase, right now. Oh, God, I am so jealous. Y'all, dude, awesome. That is great. Man, I hope y'all are just living up the Metallica takeover of San Francisco. I really wish I could figure out how to show what the messages are down in this area of the screen. Hopefully I did that right. Um Dude, that's awesome. Did you guys actually go to the show or were you just hanging out in San Francisco? Dude, I'm from Ohio. Oh shit, dude, you're in the stadium doing this? Like you're at the actual stadium and you're watching this? That's awesome, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you. Um oh dude, Whiplash is a killer song. I think the first time I heard that, I'm still recovering from my neck hurting. When they opened up with Hit the Lights, I was so pumped and so excited. I was like, "Oh my god, it's Whiplash!" And it was Hit the Lights. It was a little bit of an embarrassing moment, so y'all can have my embarrassment. But yeah, man, that's dude. Um, Dude, there. Oh man, I wish I could figure out how to put everyone's comments up on screen, but dude, there's no way. There's no way they're gonna play all the Saint Anger songs. That I mean, I would be down. Okay, I would watch a show where they play the whole Saint Anger album, but there's just no way. There's no way they're gonna actually do that. Um, I'm not saying you're wrong, man. I just don't believe you. You got to reply. Dude, I am sure that it is a whole, like, I don't want it to be a Woodstock 94 incident, but I dude, it's got to be absolute chaos over there. And it is so cool that you're there and you're choosing to spend your time here with me in Ohio in the middle of just fuck nowhere. Um Frederick Zunko, Saint Anger, big old thumbs down. Dude, I totally agree. I hate Saint Anger. If I were to rank him 1 to 10 on the studio albums, Saint Anger is the first one to go. Um, but Saint Anger holds a special spot in my heart. Um, so all right, hold on. Let me do this. So I got a stack. Let me see if I can adjust this thing. So here's how I'm kind of laid out. This is what I listen to. And this section over here is not, come here, is not opened yet. Um, this is kind of Pawn's stash. And this is what we still need to open up. So I do have Saint Anger. I have this fucking thing. It's still pressed. It's not opened yet. Um, we actually went down to Columbus. Um, and I told Pawn's mom, I was like, listen, I'm only gonna buy the stuff I don't have. Guess what I didn't have? So I saw this thing, and I just skimmed over it. I'm like, it's Saint Anger. I don't need it. Yeah, I don't need to listen to a fucking trash can. And then I went over to a couple other sections. I was looking through some stuff. I found a Gojira, Fortitude, which is real cool. And I was like, cool, you're coming home with me. And then Pond just like appears out of nowhere holding Saint Anger and was like, if you really love Metallica, like, can you be a real fan and not own this? I'm like, well, you have a good point. So I had to buy Saint Anger. She's like, I can't call myself a real fan and still not own Saint Anger. Um, all right, so since I can't figure out this whole chat to screen thing, I'm just going to kind of read them off. And I'm sorry again. This is my first live stream, and I've been talking to myself and a small handful of other people for the last 41 and a half minutes. So Akshay, and again, dude, I'm sorry if I mess up your name. You know, he's out there in San Fran living the life. Frederick says Saint Anger sucks. Dude, I totally agree. Fixer, Unforgiven 2, and Ain't My Bitch are played by, I guess, tomorrow. Listen, dude, I love Ain't My Bitch. That is the best breakup song ever. I am all for it. King Nothing is the best by Smeek and Music. Sorry, dude. Yeah, man, my buddy loved that song. I loved how they played it. It was a little faster than usual, so that was awesome. Frederick, what up, buddy? Akshay, Death Magnetic. Shockingly, no Mustaine in the show. Continue. It's good first try. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate the support. Yeah, man. I kind of figured Mustaine wouldn't be showing up on this one because he was there for 30. So I feel like he kind of, you know, he did his time. He made his appearance. I didn't see him coming back. Listen, Jason Newsted is not on that stage right now. Okay. I will end this right now and get back on Amazon and figure out what the hell is going on. I love me some Newsted. I'm not saying you're wrong. Yeah, man, that would be awesome if Newstead was there. I know because he'd put out before that he can't like physically by hand play Metallica songs anymore. Which I kind of thought that like he might show up to play. I hate to say the softer, but maybe the slower stuff. Maybe some Fade to Black. Um, you know, the extra ballads ones. Um, so I think tomorrow's not tomorrow, but the next show on Sunday is going to be the real big. That's where all the big stuff's going to happen. You know, that's where they're going to play their Master of Puppets, Enter Sandman. If they have any guest people showing up, that's where it's going to be. I know the 30th they had 4 shows, so it was a whole event. There are a lot of guest appearances, a lot of covers. This year they're limited to only 2 shows, which sucks because that's just less Metallica, and that's less fun for everybody involved. All right, Akshay, have fun, buddy. I hope you get back to where you're going safely. Again, I apologize if I didn't say your name right, but have fun out there. Rock on, man. Um, Definitely come back on Sunday in the middle of the night and give us a solid update on what's happening over there. Uh, Dude, I'll give you a shout out, man. It's Akshay C3 SCTS. So if y'all don't know this guy, get on him, subscribe to him. He's from India. And again, guys, I'm sorry. It's my first live broadcast. If I could figure out how to get people to show up over here, that would be awesome. But this stuff isn't really built for the tech. Yeah, sorry. I'm not a super tech guy, so I'm gonna mess things up. Metal Maniac. Yeah, man. There's a shout out to you. So it's I appreciate y'all being here. At where are we at 3:30 in the morning, Ohio time. I've honestly been talking to y'all and my own face on the computer for the last 47 minutes. So that's awesome. I'm glad y'all are here. Um yeah, check out my channel, all the selling things. So let's all right. Um Akshay, you know, it's okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm not the best with languages. Um, so let's do a thing where the people that are here type in your favorite Metallica song or your favorite Metallica album, and then we'll just kind of go over them. So I mean, I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool. Um, uh, Metal Maniac, you'll subscribe to me. That's awesome, dude. Thanks. Um, LGF 213 Justice. Justice is your favorite album, dude. That is awesome. It's probably the most technical album they've done. Jason got no love on that. Lars came in, he strung in James by the ears and said, "Turn the bass down," which is a super dick move. Um, but yeah, it's good because they're real fast, heavy. Um, Kind of technical, kind of complicated, but they did good. Um, it's a good one. I tell you what, I'll even show off my justice that I got. Got it. So, and again, I live in Ohio. It's kind of the middle of fuck nowhere, and I did end up getting the fucking Walmart one, but it's I got it on vinyl, and it was conveniently located, and it's this killer ass green smoky marbled, which is super awesome. So that's kind of cool. Pon's a huge fan of colored vinyl. Dude, the Load era was real cool. That's the somewhere between like 94 and 96 is where I was in the age of learning to like listen to music and not just hear it. Turns out I really like thrash metal. Um, so Load was real cool for me at that age. Um, got it. I was actually able to find this thing. I had to travel a couple hours for it, but I got it. And this one's just on regular. Oh, come here. Regular black vinyl. I think this too has the star on it, which is kind of neat. No, it doesn't. Okay, maybe it's just Reload that has the star on it. But yeah, was able to score this on vinyl, so that's cool. Okay, sorry, I gotta try to catch up. One is a killer. That is a killer song. Metal Maniac. Apparently the missus loves one. Good song. Black Album. I would definitely agree. Black Album's where James, learned how to sing after 4 albums. Favorite solo is in God That Failed. God That Failed has a really good, really awesome bass intro. I like Wherever I May Roam. I like it live the best. I feel like the live version kind of has that nomad gypsy. I'm out and about doing my thing feel to it. Dude, Akshay, did you go to S&M 2 also? Because that's ridiculous. That's awesome. That's great, man. Dude, Metal Maniac, I am all for the Metallica family. I love it. I I was a kid in the 80s and I grew up in the 90s. So I was there for all the grunge stuff. I got some Nirvana back there. Santa's bringing me some Foo Fighters. But Metallica is the one band that I've always had. I've never let go of them. It's I've discovered new bands, but they're always there. They are my base that I compare the majority of my music to. So I am all for it. I love me some. Fucking clearly love me some Metallica. I got all the download cards up here and stuff. A couple patches. Super cool. So Frederick, after Justice Metallica lost me, I didn't mind Hardwired. Oh, that's rough, man. Because anything before justice and even with justice, that's a whole different type of Metallica. Um, and then anything afterwards is kind of a different kind of Metallica. Still good in its own way, but it's not. It's just not the same. Hardwired was pretty good. That was a pretty good attempt at getting back to where they were. I Between Hardwired and Death Magnetic, I prefer Death Magnetic. Um, okay. Akshay, who is better, Metallica or Pantera? Pantera, dude. Here's how I'm going to answer that. If I want to go on a journey, I'm going to listen to Metallica. If I want to get punched in the face and I want to punch other people in the face, I'm going to listen to Pantera. I like Pantera. Pantera's cool. Um, it's just apples to oranges, man. It's they're just too different. Metal Mania. Daughter was 2, could throw up the horns, and she would be able to say Metallica. Dude, that is killer. When Gavin was, he was still like newborn infant era. He had a little Metallica onesie. Um, so it was the most expensive item of clothing for a small child I've ever bought. Totally worth it. It was awesome. Um, uh, Akshay, views are increasing, bro. Yeah, they really are. We did a contest to try to reach 100, and we're pushing 200 already. So that's super killer. I appreciate everyone that has jumped on board. Metal Maniac. Yeah, dude, I grew up with grunge too. So you have King Nothing, and you were in. Mine was Until It Sleeps. So just a smidgen prior. But I heard that and I was like, oh, what is that funky bass line and that like dirty, I don't, I, dirty lyrics doesn't sound right, but it was just, there was something deeper behind that meaning. So yeah, I'm in, dude. I got in the 90s. All right, all right, Freddie. Who's better, Slayer, Exodus, or Metallica? Dude, there's no right answer. There, there's no way to answer that. They're all fucking killer and awesome in their own ways. It's damn. Freddie, that's a dirty ass question. There's no way to answer that right. They're all killer bands, man. It's oh man. It's dude, James has some like super awesome lyrics. Um I don't want to, but I will. Um Anytime after 2004, I went back and listened to everything Metallica did and all of their, war and military base songs, from the bell tolls, Disposable Heroes, one. Oh shit! I know the Black Album had one. Anyway, um, I am very partial to the military guys. I got a green stripe over here, so um, I really connect to those songs specifically that James throws out there. I know he never served, but it's just the recognition that he portrays out there fucking means a lot to me. Um, oh god damn it, Fred, who am I putting first? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I don't listen to a whole lot of Slayer or Exodus. That is a lot of mood music. I went to a Mayhem Fest and I heard Slayer. It was probably about 9 years ago, and I'm still trying to recover from that. So, I mean, on a personal level, I got to go with Metallica. Um, if I want to just aggressively assault like a small village or something, I would go with Slayer. If I wanted to sharpen my battle axe in preparation to battle and lay waste to the whole land, I would pick Exodus. That's kind of where I'm at. It's I grew up with Metallica. It's the one band that's always been there that I've always followed. Slayer's good. It's just not an everyday kind of listen. Exodus, again, awesome, really technical band. Kirk came from Exodus, but it's just not an everyday for me. Shit. Sorry, let me get back to some kind of order. Akshay, Fixer played. Finally, yeah, dude, I am so just beyond. I am beside myself in excitement of how Fixers finally played. Dude, Metal Maniac. Four Horsemen is probably my favorite. Yeah, it's probably my favorite off Kill 'Em All. Which actually is just right behind Reload. Yeah, I am all Four Horsemen. I love it. So Frederick, I'm gonna call you Freddy. Exodus, then Slayer, Anthrax, and finally Metallica. Dude, that's cool. I am not against that. That's a good lineup. Uh, Akshay, Fixer and Trapped Under Ice live. Dude, I I almost had an out of body experience when I heard Trapped Under Ice first ripped finally like opened up. Um it took me a second because I was like, wait, what is that? That's where does that riff belong? And it was the Trapped Under Ice, and my buddy, his girlfriend, my girlfriend were all there, and they're like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, y'all don't understand. Like, it's Trapped Under Ice. And actually, I just mentioned to my buddy, I was like, dude, they're the only band to play all 7 continents. Like, they were named Antarctica and actually played, and they missed the opportunity to play Trapped Under Ice. And then they played it. So that was just, that was the cherry on top. That was awesome. Bread fan spit out the bone. Um, dude, that was so cool. I like how they opened up with Bread fan. Spit out the bone. Great way to end that first set. Seek and Destroy, Freddie, dude, I'm pretty sure that's coming on Sunday. That like it has to be. That Master of Puppets, Enter Sandman, the staples, they have to happen. I dude, Orion, they did a great job on Orion. I'm surprised it was that early in the first set list. So I'm kind of wondering what Sunday set list is going to look like for an instrumental. I think it's going to be Call of Cthulhu or probably S Word and Redemption. That's kind of where I'm at. I know they did To Live Is to Die on the 30th, and that was a super super emotional type play for them. I could see it and also kind of feel it as they were playing. So I just I'm going with Cthulhu or SNR. Dude, Freddie, you saw them in Cuss during the Justice Tour. That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna push some buttons. Kind of play with this for a little bit. See where see if I can figure out how to get your comments to show up over there. Because like that's just a cool. Let's see what this button does. All right, so that's not the button that I want. Freddie, I'm no spring chicken myself, man. So I'm down. That's awesome. Actually, play some guitar stuff if you have, dude. I don't and I can't. I can carry the groceries in, but I can't carry a tune. So um it's where Art Room Studios. I can draw some pictures. That's about the all I can do. Definitely though, if I had that skill, um, I would definitely play some stuff on here because that would be super awesome. I would love to figure out how to play Orion, anything off of Ride the Lightning. Actually, man, this stage is full of cheer, one double bass drum. I I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds fucking awesome. Okay, so there's still a poll going on. I got 14 votes. Favorite song played tonight, Orion or Fixer, and we're still 50-50 on it. So, of the people that are still here, go, I don't know, cast a vote, do wherever that is. Oh, Freddie, you're asking the right kind of questions for me. Do you think Metallica should retire or put out an extreme LP? Listen, okay, I want new Metallica. I want it bad. Okay. Um, give give the fans what they want. All right. Live shows are awesome. Concerts are great. I'm all for it. We get a killer show. Y'all get some money. Give us a new album. Okay. You're 40 years in and you have 10 albums with overall good stuff on. We're not going to talk about this. Give us an album. That's what we want. It's been, see, Hardwired was released in 16. So we're 5, pushing 7 years of no new material. Come on, guys. Let's give us a new album. So yeah, dude, I would love to hear a new album. All right. Actually, I guess you're out of here. Thanks for hanging out. Um, have fun out in San Fran, man. Be safe out there. I'm sure it's crazy. Freddie, I heard that they are in studio. Dude, I hope so. I I hope they are. As long as they don't produce some Saint Anger or Lulu nonsense. Just and Kirk doesn't lose his cell phone again. Dude, I hope 2022 is the year. I man, I hope so. That's what I'm voting for. All right, let's go back to pushing buttons, seeing what this stuff does. Okay, not trying to share this. Does all right, so the people that are here, have you all ever done this live thing? Because I don't do reaction videos. Oh man. I don't know if I should be doing reaction videos. I have a couple yeah, I don't know if I should do reaction videos. I mean, it'd be fun for some people, but I'm sure some people aren't going to like what I have reactions to. So, new Megadeth should be good. I'm interested to see how that comes out because they got rid of uh, Dave Elfstein, Eckelstein, Stein. Again, sorry, bad with names. But yeah, they got rid of their bass players. One of it was Dave and Dave, the only remaining founding members of Megadeth, and they got rid of them over things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that sounds. Elfstein, thank you, Fred. Thank you for that. Yeah, they got rid of Dave Elfstein for things and technologies and pictures and stuff. So I am looking forward to seeing how that turns out. And especially compared to anything Metallica puts out because Metallica Megadeth, that's the big feud, it's the big rival. Um, and Metallica hasn't put anything else in 16, so it's I'm kind of looking forward to something something new, anything new by the boys, even if it's Megadeth, Metallica, wherever. Um, I'm sure that it will be, faster, heavier, and mean, but they're they're not as young as they used to be. So I am sure that their current ages will kind of reflect what they're able to produce, which is fine. They've been doing this shit for ever at this point. Um, I just hope that it's a lot of good melodies. Um, I want to listen to new Megadeth, new Metallica, and feel like I'm being transported somewhere, and I'm going to go do stuff, and it's just an experience, not just another thrash album or a bunch of old guys that are trying to relive the 80s and early 90s. Uh, Freddie, I'm not too far behind you in age. Maybe a little bit, but not too far. Uh, Dystopia was good. I don't think that it was bad. It's I'm trying to remember what all was on that album and how it was. Thrash rocks my socks. Oh man, why is that not a sticker? That'd be awesome. All right, so for any of the small amount of people that are still here, if if you're just showing up, we're going over Metallica's 40th anniversary show. I'm trying to figure out how this live stream thing works. I'm over here just pushing buttons and kind of doing stuff, figuring out, having a good time. There is a poll. What was your favorite song played tonight? Orion or Fixer? I know my answer. So make sure you hit whatever button you guys see. Thrash rocks my socks. I have a person that makes stickers for me. I'm gonna need her to make one of those because that's awesome. Thanks, Freddie. I appreciate it. And if anyone knows how to work this thing better than I do and how to get stuff to show up over here, type it in. Let me know. Holy cow! We're at an hour and 20 minutes. I can't believe I've been talking to you guys for an hour and 20 minutes. It's felt like two. Okay, so let's do something kind of fun. All right, kill them all. What is? How do you guys feel about this? What's your favorite song? Um, memories, anything cool for this album. I would have to say my favorites are Four Horsemen. I love me some Jump in the Fire. uh, Sorry about that. Seek and Destroy. That's that's standard Kill 'Em All stuff. Uh, Freddie, fucking awesome. Yeah, it is. No Remorse is cool. That's very Diamond Head influenced. Phantom Lords. Apparently, I forgot how to speak. Phantom Lord is really cool. It's very Mustaine influenced. And this one is again fucking Walmart copy, but it's a super cool red marbled vinyl. So it kind of matches what the cover's got going on. Dude, Whiplash, Freddie, is a fucking killer jam off this. Okay, so I'm going to try doing this. Because I don't know if this is how this works. But if anyone wants to show up to this thing and get on this live camera things, I guess if you hit that link, you got to be on Google Chrome or like 2 other things that doesn't work on Safari. But if you want to show up and get on the chat, that'd be cool. I am all for it. Because otherwise, I am essentially just looking at myself doing this. Metal, I see you just subscribed. Appreciate it, man. Thanks. So, little channel news for anyone here that doesn't know. We just had a contest that ended today. So we did this cool contest with Pond and I. We asked people to show 3 colored vinyls. Yeah, Freddie, dude, show up. I am all for it. So Pond and I did a contest. Show 3 colored vinyls, your favorite bands or your favorite album by your favorite band. However, that's a colored vinyl. Your favorite color, that is a vinyl. And she wanted to see your prettiest vinyl because, again, she's a 7-year-old girl and all things are pretty. So that ended today. And actually, the prize was this RDS by Aerosmith, which I am not a super huge Aerosmith person. I respect them. They're good bands. They're just not for me. So I saw that at my local, not a record store, but sells records store. And I picked it up and I figured that was a cool prize for anyone that, wasn't able to pick it up. So yeah, that's essentially what's happening on. Dude, LGF Aerosmith is great. Aerosmith is good. They're just not for me. I grew up on them. I remember it's one of the first songs that I can remember actually hearing. It was in the late 80s. Jenny's Got a Gun. That's what it was. Shit, link didn't work. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool, LGF. All right, Freddie, give me a second. Let me see if I can't. Let me try it this way. Let me see if that works. Again, guys, I'm new to this whole doing YouTube videos and live streaming and all of this. Aerosmith is a good band, man. I know Mama Ken was one of the I remember listening to that and I was like, that's a good groovy song. That's fun. My Big 10-inch was a good one. I think those are both off Toys in the Attic. I could very well be wrong. Um, but yeah, it was cool. I figured it was a good prize just for the people that didn't, or weren't able to pick it up. Uh, our goal was 100 subscribers, and we are well over 100 at this point. We are currently at, nope, that's the wrong button. Sorry, I'm not super tech savvy. 190. So we pretty much doubled what we were aiming for. Freddie, nope, didn't work. YouTube sucks. Oh man. Give me a few minutes, man. Let me figure out what some of these buttons do, because I know I jumped on Ron Havery's live streams before, and I know it sends you to another website. Thanks, LGF. That's awesome. Yeah, I am honestly surprised at how I don't want to say successful, but how popular or how well received our contest went. Really just trying to figure out how to get the link, the join on to the live stream thing is. Damn it. Sorry, Freddie. I would love to have you up here. It's kind of weird because for about an hour and a half I've been sitting on my computer, essentially just talking to myself. But I know it's, you guys are watching, and I appreciate that, and that's, super cool that you guys are here. So give me a few. Okay, might have to switch this over here. And really don't know how long I'm going to be on here because it is essentially the middle of the night, and We got a whole lot of stuff to do tomorrow. I'm on Google right now, man. All right. Give me a few. I'll be right back. All right. So the Google says head to the Party for the Parks program live stream page. I don't know what the hell that is. So we're gonna try something here. I'm gonna exit out of here. Party for the Parks program. We'll give that a shot. Oh, it's definitely not whatever that is. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm still need to take a class on this thing. Freddie, that's awesome that you want to get on here and do some stuff. I just got to figure out how to get you there. Thanks, man. We're working on it. So, all right. So we will keep doing this then. Rock that guy. What about this one? What's your guys' favorite off this? Um, Thoughts, feelings, opinions. How you at on Red Lightning? Figure that out. Type that out. I'll try to work on the whole getting people to join on while we're doing that. Dude, Metal Maniac, good choice. Creeping Death. Freddie from the Bell Tolls, good one. The opening bass line is something Cliff had before he joined Metallica. So I always thought that was really cool. Dude, Freddie, Trauma. I listened to their little EP with there's only like 3 songs. It's not even 9 minutes. Um the beat of the street, whatever that bass line is, just dude, it speaks to my soul. Dude, Jason did an awesome job of playing for whom the bell tolls. He rocked the shit out of that wah. All right, guys, I'm still trying to figure out how to send that leak. Oh my god. Okay, Freddie, if Cliff was alive, do you think Metallica would still be thrashing? Cliff had such a classical background that he brought to the thrash world. Um, to say that it would be a very different Metallica that we have now compared to if Cliff was still around, that's obvious. I think we would have had a lot more experimental and complex Metallica than what we have. Cliff was really a driving force during Ride of the Lightning and Master of Puppets. You can tell the difference between the tracks that he helped write and what he didn't, which I like all of them. But yeah, it would definitely be a very different type of Metallica. After Cliff's passing, I think James really stepped up and took the helm, took the reins of the sound that Metallica was going towards, with Lars pestering in the background and telling them what they should do. But as far as composition is concerned, I think it would be a lot more of a complex sound um, than what we have now. Um, the the lack of bass on Injustice for All would definitely not have happened. Um, I feel like all hell would have broke loose between. Yeah, all hell would have broke loose between Cliff and Lars on Injustice for cutting bass. Guys, I'm still working on trying to figure out how to send that link. Lars is a really solid drummer, but as a businessman slash manager, total a hole. Okay, so that was our ride of lightning. Oh, come here. Mighty Master of Puppets. Where are we at, guys? Send me your best. Send me what you think. How do you feel about it? Where were you when it came out? What history do you have with that album? There's not a song on here that's bad. That is the 8 songs on an album that kind of defined thrash. So if what's your favorite songs? What do you not like about Master of Puppets? Let's do that. Let's take it in an opposite direction. Okay, Freddie. So Damage Inc. Man, I hope everyone can read that because I don't know if I can say it. Um, do you like Damage Inc? Is it a shitty song? Damage Inc is one of my favorites. Um, Master is a step ahead in the thrash. Listen, that's Master of Puppets came out in '86. I was 4. I knew nothing of music. But from what I can understand of the influence it had amongst the metal community and just music in general, it is the solid 8 tracks, 8 songs. The album that shifted where metal was going, how it was progressing. It created a new standard. I can't think of a song that's bad on it. It's I Freddie, that OP broke Metallica into the top 4. Absolutely, I totally agree. If if Cliff was still around, whatever Injustice for All would have been an evolution of Master of Puppets, and I can't possibly imagine what that would have been. Injustice for All was just raw and pure anger towards everything. And it sounds awesome. I'm all for it, but it's against the system, against government, politics, how the process works. So I could only imagine what it would have been if Cliff didn't pass in Sweden and he came home stateside safe and sound. What they would have produced after Master of Puppets. All right, I'm still trying to figure this out. I may have to reach out to some other YouTube guys that throw this thing up here for me to join in, because I'm not figuring it out. It sucks because I would love to have someone else on the screen with me. But I do definitely appreciate everyone hanging out. Yeah, I appreciate everyone that's here participating and hanging out and talking Metallica, cool stuff. Um, Fuck, that show was awesome. All right, Freddie. Hold on, let me get there. This is the road you want to travel, Freddie. I'll drive. I'm in. Let's do this. What you got for me on this? Because we can't get to Injustice for All without going here first. So 598 LP, five track EP. Yeah, 5-track EP. Awesome, covering some good jams on this. I'm still working on the how to get people on here, and still talk to y'all. So working on it. Have some patience with me. I appreciate it. Listen, okay. I think the 598 EP has the best sound. It has the best tone, the best overall quality of sound. It sounds like you're there in the room with the band as they're playing. It feels very personal to the listener. And for some reason, James, in addition with, I'm sorry, for some reason, Lars, in addition to James, decided that we don't need any of that. And then we had Injustice for All. But the EP just, it sounds whole. You can feel it when you listen to it. Oh, what was it? Crash Course? Yeah, the opening bass for Crash Course in Brain Surgery that Jason did. That was just that came on and you're like, "Oh, we're going somewhere. We're going to go do a thing." It was just Jason kind of just snatched you up and said, "Hey, come on, let's go do brain surgery. Here's a crash course." Um, it sounds awesome. Do I think Metallica should do another 598 EP of some other new wave of British metal? It's you know, I would want that if it was maybe 2005, 2006. Um but at this point, um the boys have their shit together enough to bring us a new album. Um they've they've done plenty of other filler stuff. They did S&M 2, which we're pushing 2 hours of me talking to my computer, which is insane to me. Um, but they've done enough filler albums in the last 20 years. Lulu, S&M 2, they did two All Within My Hands shows, which is super cool. Um, they've taken time off. They've done a lot of touring, which is awesome. Spread the live shows while you still can. But I I think we're at the point where we need new material. We're what, five, pushing 6 years since the last album. We need some stuff. Listen, Friday, I'm not going to talk about Lulu. I am not going to talk about Lulu because I cheated and looked them up on YouTube and I listened to a couple of their tracks. Like, if I listened to 2 minutes of that whole album collectively, I would be impressed. Lulu is not a Metallica album. It's this weird compilation nonsense. Lou Reed is good in his own way. Metallica is good in their own way. Combined, they create some really weird shit. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. Um, musically, the riffs are good. I feel like there's a lot of potential for of things that could have been on that, but I I am not going to spend $1 um, on anything Lulu related. Freddie, Freddie, you're hurting my brain, man. That would be a very painful experience. Oh my god, I might have to change my mind on Metallica. I like the moth to flame that they did with Lady Gaga. I think that was cool. I like kind of left field stuff. Lulu was not even in the same stadium. It was somewhere way over there. Um, so I like it. I like what they did with her. That was kind of cool. It was really new age. You know, getting in with the modern times of things. I Yes, she is. She loves her some metal. And I think that's why I like her. Um, I don't own anything she has, but I know her early stuff was very. It was about as heavy as pop can get, and I secretly listened to it. I would like to tell you to not tell anyone, but we're on YouTube, so people are going to know the things. Okay. Freddie, I got some bad news. I can't figure out how to get you up and on here. So I am going to chat with one of my buddies, Ron Haggerty. Um, I've jumped on his page a couple times just to go over a couple of different records and just kind of BS for a few. So tomorrow, if because it's pushing 5 a.m. If I get onto his page tomorrow, I'll ask him how that's done and see if he can't give me like a cheat code or something. I appreciate it, Freddie. Thank you for hanging out with me for this long. I'm gonna try to cut this thing just short of 2 hours, which just blows my mind that I've been doing this for 5 hours and someone has been here participating and hanging out with me. So it's super awesome. Thank you, everyone. Whether you're sorry, whether you were on here or have subscribed or liked or watched or anything to any video we've done. Um, we've been doing the YouTube thing for roughly a month, and it's super cool. We like music, we like vinyl. I like explaining to Pond that this has music on it. This you own this. There's a way to listen to music that's not digital, and there's a whole world of music for her to enjoy, which I am really looking forward to seeing what she gets into, what her musical tastes and styles are. Hopefully, they're metal, but as long as she can appreciate people working hard to make some good music with instruments, preferably. Yeah, we don't download anything. We buy CDs, we buy records, we buy shit with download codes. We use YouTube Music for research. My son Gavin, love him to death. He, I don't know what he listens to. As much as I want to, I can't figure it out. He listens to a lot of like 60s and 70s pop, funk, mildly psychedelic stuff, which is super awesome. Freddie, no one in my household listens to rap. Unless you're early 90s rap, we're not doing it. But yeah, Gavin, he's in marching bands, does an overall good job. He would be better if he actually practiced. So, Gavin, if for some reason you find this, practice. But he listens to a lot of older stuff, which makes me happy because he's not listening to the new stuff that's on the radio or on social media, wherever kids get their music from. So that's really cool. I like that about him. I I used to like psychedelic rock. it was cool because I could listen to it and like 10 minutes later, or I'm sorry, I went on a journey and then 10 minutes later, we're back in the song. So that's cool. Um, I think the problem I have is I've been listening to the same classic rock and psychedelic rock for about the last 30 years, and I am ready for new classic rock, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but chronologically, like our 90s should be our classic rock now. Queen's good. You know, I love what Freddie Mercury did to music. Um, he pushed a lot of boundaries and, you know, kind of stuck it to the man. You know, as far as the record labels and the industry goes, he really had a rebellious outlook on the music they produced. Um, a lot of modern heavy psych. I've gone down the doom stoner desert rock rabbit hole, and there's a lot, and I can't keep up with it. So I picked a couple bands that are really cool that you can just kind of put on in the background and just kind of go about your day, and it kind of just creates that theme for what you're doing, which is super cool. So it's good stuff. All right, we have hit over 2 hours of me sitting here doing this. I appreciate everyone that stopped in, whether you hung out for a few, came and saw this and left. Um, Electric Wizard, I'll have to check them out. That actually sounds familiar. I got a couple guys that I subscribe to on YouTube that upload a lot of doom metal and new wave of British heavy metal. So I'll check them out. Freddie, thanks for hanging in with me for this, man. It's pushing 5 o'clock. We're at over 2 hours doing this. I gotta go to bed because I got a laundry list of things to do tomorrow. So um thanks everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it. I will try this again at some point, maybe. And we might pick up where we left off at the 598 EP. And maybe we'll move on to Injustice and talk about that. But yeah, overall, killer show tonight. 40th anniversary. They fucking played Fixer. Like there's no statement that's going to be able to describe what happened tonight better than that. So, um, thanks everyone for coming out. Spending your middle of the night with me, chatting and ranting and raving about Metallica. So, kick ass Art Room Records. Subscribe, hit all the buttons. Come check out me and Pons. We're going to open up something. No, we're not going to open up something. We just finished a contest, so we'll announce a winner, and then we'll open something. So, all right, man. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.